Assalamu alaikum. Before I get into this match, I just want to say Ramadan Mubarak to everybody, all the Muslims who are observing Ramadan. If you guys don't know, I am also Muslim and I am also fasting. So if you could see by my face, obviously with the result, Osasuna 2 and Real Madrid 1, and also by the judging by the fact that I'm fasting and I slept late last night, please don't mind my energy, okay? I'm probably going to be sluggish with my words. So just letting you guys know, that's the reason why. But I hope everybody's doing well. But yeah, let's just talk about this match really quick. I'm probably not going to take long because, as you guys know, I've been saying the same thing even though we've been winning, even though the results are covering our struggles. I've been saying the same thing. Real Madrid still has a lot of problems. And this game kind of exposed it. And Osasuna, their manager, props to them. They knew exactly what the weakness was. They knew exactly how to capitalize on our weakness. And they got the result that they wanted. Now, I know one of the goals is a penalty, right? It was a 50-50, but it came from a mistake, right? It came from Asensio making the stupid mistake for not clearing the ball, waiting for Courtois. I just don't get it. Whenever there's something that's a 50-50, I'd always say go towards the safer route. Why do you have to take that risk? Like, if you don't know that Courtois is going to make it to the ball or make that save, then just boot it. Asensio already won the ball. He was there. But he decided he wanted to play extra safe and wanted to risk it and have Courtois take the ball. As you guys know, that was probably the dumbest thing Asensio could have ever done, and he got a yellow card for that, and they capitalized and scored a penalty. Now, that is not the main problem with Real Madrid. That's one of the problems at Real Madrid, right, where we just kind of bottle the lead or we just bottle the ball. We just bottle like kind of everything. And the problem is not just the manager, like I said. It's not just the players. It's also the board. And in this game as well, it just showed you that the problem is the board. Because how in the world are they allowing these players play exactly the way they're playing? How is Perez allowing Arbeloa to just stay there and not make any tactical changes up front, but only to the players that kind of don't have an image to themselves, to the public view? For example, like Valverde. For example, I don't know why he subbed him off. For example, putting Garcia and having him track all the way back, even though he's probably our pure number 9 striker, where he should be the one all the way in the top 24/7. Having both our wingers just staying up on top, not pressing, not doing anything. And it all shifts back to Xabi Alonso. I've been saying it. Xabi Alonso did not deserve to leave, but at the same time, he deserved to get a break from this club because they did not respect his ideology. They did not respect his views of the game. They did not respect his decisions, and they kind of prioritized the players over Xabi Alonso. And now you guys can even tell from this game and from the games ever since Arbeloa got in charge. Remind me of a time where Vini or Mbappé got subbed off. Remind me of a moment where they got subbed off. Remind me before Bellingham got injured. Remind me when he got subbed off. You can't, right? And that is just the main problem. And the main problem also is that we have our wingers doing whatever the hell that they want to do. Up front, where we have them, they could do whatever they want. They could, whenever they feel like they could press, whenever they feel like they could make an effort to win the ball, they could argue with the referee. Nobody's telling them to calm down. You know, like it's just annoying at this point. It's very annoying, and I've been saying it. If there's any title that we could win, it's La Liga, because I don't see us winning any other title. I don't see us winning Champions League. Is that it? Probably it's only the Champions League, right? I don't see us winning it. What I see us winning is La Liga, because that's the only thing that's very close. And we know as of recently, Barcelona is not that consistent. They're more consistent than us, but not consistent in their own ways. Now, really quick, something that I've been mentioning, and now we're going to look at the lineups really quick. I'm going to put this up on the screen while I'm talking about this. The ratings here are horrible, right? I really do not understand, first of all, because I'm just looking at this for the first time, I don't understand why Courtois is the one with the lowest rating. I can tell you, everybody on this pitch deserved a lower rating than Courtois, other than Tchouaméni, Camavinga, and maybe Vinícius Jr. for that goal, and Valverde. Other than that, everybody else deserved a lower rating than Courtois. The first goal, the first mistake, it was not his fault. He didn't deserve that yellow card. And the second goal clearly wasn't his fault either. He had nothing to do. Honestly, his rating should have went up because he actually tried to do something. He tried to close the gap. He tried to save the ball. It's not like he just stood there and the ball should have been saved, because honestly, no goalie is going to save that. Maybe, like I said, maybe Courtois, but he even could have saved that. But yeah, it's just annoying with that. But first, I just want to talk about this. We have been attacking very slow. Our recoveries are very slow. I don't know what's going on. So we know that Dean Huijsen is injured. And we have Alaba. And honestly, Alaba out of the back line, he's been the best. Carreras, I really don't know how he's a 7.5. Maybe when he's attacking, he touched the ball more often compared to the other, players in the back line. But I don't know how Carreras got a 7.5. Alaba deserved better. Maybe the yellow card brought him down. But Alaba did do very good as of recently, because I don't remember the last time he did that good. The midfield was just in shambles. I really don't know. Arda Güler was just booting the ball, just trying to make amazing passes. Very slow plays, though. Like, there was not a single moment where we played fast. The only moment where we actually played fast was Vinícius' goal, where Valverde actually tried and he got past himself. He got past everybody. And for the first time, we had players in the middle of the box. Vinícius was one of them, and he finished the goal. He got the goal. But other than that, when you look at other crosses that have been made, especially in the first half before Trent got on, there was nobody in the box. Our striker, Mbappé, where was he? All the way on the left side, playing as a left winger, alongside Vinícius, who's also not in the middle. Nobody was in the middle, very open. The defenders they were there as for show. They had really no business doing there. And then at some point in the game, I just seen Camavinga being the one on top, like being the one all the way forward. And Mbappe is like not even behind him. He's like back all the way to the left side. Did we not sign Mbappe to become our striker? Is that not his role? Is he still going to just do whatever the hell he wants? Because if that's the case, then this team is really going to struggle for years to come as long as he's on the team playing like this. I prefer Gonzalo Garcia playing as our number 9. I'd rather Mbappe be on the bench if he's going to play like that. I don't care the amount of goals that he's getting. Because like I said, yes, we've been winning under Arbeloa. This game probably you guys are going to say shouldn't change your whole mindset, whatever. No, this game, we were supposed to win this game. You guys are not supposed to tell me that this game was not winnable. It was 100% winnable, even without Dean Huijsen, without Bellingham, without our other players that are injured. Who else? Militao, without Rodrigo. We were supposed to win this game. You're telling me we're not supposed to win this game? We were supposed to win this game, and you guys cannot say that our game against Benfica affected us, whatever. It should have fueled us even more. It should have fueled us even way more. And then watching this game, it's just embarrassing seeing the amount of times that we're trying to rely on getting calls after calls after calls. This referee has to go back to wherever he came from, because he was horrible for both sides. Like, I really don't understand. This whole game that I watched, it was not the best. It was the worst from both sides, right? In terms of refereeing, was horrible in terms of Real Madrid defending and attacking. Osasuna was even putting pressure on us. Usually, you guys know, teams that go up against Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern, they usually stay back, right? They don't put pressure because they're scared of the counterattack. This team was not scared. They could attack us if they wanted to. They could put pressure if they wanted to. They could have scored a lot of goals if they wanted to. We almost conceded a lot of 2 own goals. So honestly, this game was just it was just something that I feel like it was like an eye opener for us, where we've had, I think, 20 plus eye openers, but this is just another eye opener that probably just gonna go pass by. Arbeloa is probably going to the press conference. He's gonna say, I trust my players. They know what they're doing. It's my fault. It's my fault for the substitutes. It's my fault. Subbing on Brahim Diaz in the big 2026. Subbing on Ceballos. The thing is that subbing on players late in the second half, keeping the same players that was scoreless in the first half, is that really the how do I say it? Is that really like the standard that Real Madrid is at right now? We just gotta care. We have to care about the player's image and not about the team. Is the results no longer a thing right now? We're not chasing results anymore. We're just gonna be, hey, as long as Vinícius is getting playtime, as long as Mbappé is getting playtime, we should be good. They could do whatever they want as long as they're happy at Real Madrid and we're listening to them. we should be good. Is that the level that Real Madrid is at right now? Because if it is, I am not a fan of it. I am not a fan of this team if that's the mindset of this team. Because that's what it looks like to me right now. A lot of players could have gotten subbed off. And 2 of them could have been Mbappé and could have been Vinícius. Could have put on Gonzalo Garcia way earlier for Mbappé. But guess what? Gonzalo Garcia got on for Valverde. Or I think he got on for Camavinga. One of the midfielders, but not one of the forwards. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Like, I cannot comprehend this. And something that I did want to highlight, like I said, I spoke about this, but it's literally the positioning of our strikers, of our forwards. We have Vinícius, for example, all the way over here no matter what. He's like all the way going to be touching this white line and the out of bounds. He's always going to be right here at the touch line. And we have Mbappé, who's either over here, who's either over here, right? When the ball is over here, he's over going to be in the back. Or he's over here with Vinícius on the left. And then guess what? The entire middle is just open. Nobody's there. Cross the ball into who? Nobody besides the defenders. Cross the ball into who? Nobody besides the goalie. It's a huge problem. And then, by the way, shout out to Victor. Even though he was our former player, he also had a good game. Even though he was scoreless, he had a good game. He was cooking us. He was cooking Carvajal especially. So, really, the Osasuna, you guys deserved it. You guys 100% deserved it. And now, when we look at the table, we are 2 points clear. But that's if Barcelona is going to struggle or even lose against Levante. Where are they right now? Right there, 19th, right? And we just lost to Osasuna, who got the full 3 points against us. But in reality, they were supposed to be maybe 12th position, maybe 13th. One of those. But we lost against them. We lost against Osasuna. 2026 Real Madrid, right? This is our lineup. And we lost against Osasuna. There's a huge problem at Real Madrid. All right? We're expected to maybe lose against Benfica. We're expected to maybe lose against a top 5 or maybe in the top 2 Premier League teams. You know, we're expected to lose to big teams, right? Against teams like this. Against teams like, for example, Real Oviedo, Levante, Mallorca, Elche, who else? Rayo Vallecano, Sevilla, Girona. Like, we're not expected to lose against those teams. Maybe once in a while. But we've lost multiple times. We have 3 losses and 3 draws against teams like those. Because we've beat Barcelona before via Riyal. Atletico Madrid beat us, which is expected. You know, it's expected for us to lose those games. But not against teams like Osasuna. Not against teams like Osasuna with the players that we had. It's not like we have a huge issue. Players deal with injuries. And somehow, right, just speaking about Real Madrid fans, because that's the community I'm in, we make a lot of excuses. And that shouldn't be normal. That should not be normal. Now, as we know, our next game is going to be on Wednesday against Benfica. That's not a La Liga game. Obviously, it's a Champions League. We're going to be home, right? Horrible taste in our mouth going into this game after we just lost to Osasuna. But there should be a fuel. There should be a fire in this game because of what happened in the first leg with the whole Vinícius and Prestiani issue. So I'm hoping that at the very least we keep this 1-0. At the very least. That's my standard of Real Madrid right now. At the very least we hold that 1-0 lead and we transition into the round of 16 and forget about the whole knockout stage where we were supposed to finish in the top 8. That is my honest feeling about this game right here, especially after watching us lose horribly to Osasuna. But now let me shift this to you guys. What do you guys think about this game? Was it shocking? Like I said, for me, it was shocking. What was the main issue for you? Because like I said in the video, it's the positioning. We are horrible, especially with the way we get our goals. It's through only individual brilliance, which is the most horrible way, especially in 2026. So let me know what you guys think what the main issue was for Real Madrid. Let me know if you were even shocked that we lost. And let me know if you think we're going to maintain this #1 spot in La Liga. Thank you very much for you who like, comment, and especially for those who subscribe. Thank you very much. But there's a lot of you guys who are not subscribed. So make sure that you do subscribe. It's for free and it's harmless. Thank you very much. And until then, Assalamu alaikum.